Hello everyone and welcome to Rob's Rogues, and today we're taking a look at issue number 48 of the Eaglemoss DC chess collection, the Justice League chess collection, and this is the King of the Sea, King of the Tuna Can, Aquaman. Very bad. I'm sorry, Aquaman. I really like Aquaman. Yeah, basically because of the new 52. Aquaman was always a character I was like, oh, he's okay, you know. If I was buying Justice League stuff, he was usually the last one that I bought and all that wonderful jazz. But the wonderful job that Jeff Johns did in the New 52 with Aquaman really made me love the Aquaman character. And he actually went a lot higher in my roster of Justice League members that I actually believe that Aquaman is, you know, of course he is still the butt of a lot of jokes, you know, the world is ending and Batman's going to try and defuse a bomb, Superman's going to try and push the planet out of orbit. Aquaman, why don't you go talk to Charlie the starfish for the tuna? So, but I look at it this way. Aquaman, the Justice League patrols basically a fourth of the world, and Aquaman has the other three-fourths of the world to patrol and maintain. So, be that as it may, this was a really cool piece to get. The comic book store that I went to is Laughing Ogre in Columbus, Ohio. I'm going to put their link down here if I can find it. I think they have one. And maybe just some of their information. If you're in the Columbus, Ohio area, definitely go check them out. They have an amazing store. This too was the last one that the Wonder Woman was the last new one that he had. So I got the last package he had. But this was the last one in their display case. They have all of them displayed that you say, oh, I want Aquaman, oh, I want Wonder Woman. So he went to the back and got me Wonder Woman. And I said, oh, I want, Aquaman. He's like, oh, that's a good thing you picked that one because you're actually getting the display model and it's in a nice glass case. So he put it back in his box and I got the comic book to go with it as well. So now I assume the person that picks up Wonder Woman that's in the display case is going to get the same thing I got, the display version, which is in great condition. So again, the box is just the same. So we'll pause the camera here real quick. We'll get Aquaman out of his little package, out of his tuna can, and we will get a closer look at the Eaglemoss DC chess collection, the Justice League chess piece. And he is a knight. Excuse me, he is a rook. I can't tell my chess pieces. We'll be right back. All right, Aquaman is out of his tuna can. I'm going to keep saying it. And let's get a closer look at the Aquaman chess piece. Again, like the Wonder Woman piece, this very thin trident, like Wonder Woman's sword, lasso, is very thin. Like, I'm afraid this poor thing is going to break off. So I hope not. Man, I really hope not. That would really suck for it to come off. If it does, it does. And if it does break on me, I may completely break the trident all the way off. Like if it breaks halfway through here, then he's going to be holding this little spear in his hand. So I hope I don't have to resort to that. It's cool. It looks really great with it. But again, it's just so tiny. To give you a little perspective, here is a little Sharpie marker. That's not quite the big fat Sharpie marker, but again, you can see compared to my hand, how big it is. It's about the size of a regular pen almost. So there you go. Enough rambling about Sharpie markers. Let's get into Aquaman here. His face is done really well. Much like the picture back here, this is his first appearance in New 52, and he decided to cut his hair and get rid of the mutton chops, his beard, and this is kind of his current look. He lost the necklace. But I really like Aquaman is one that did not suffer very much change to his costume at all. So, but he's done very well. Was kind of looking at him before I started filming here, and it was a little bit of blemish, kind of like where Wonder Woman had hers, but I'm not noticing pretty much anything else. Everything seems to be very well painted. It looks like he has a little bit of, I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but a little bit of a gold wash on the green of his costume, just to give it a little bit more of a metallic look. but I was kind of looking all around the neck of the costume and the hair, the face. It's painted exceptionally well. Again, for as small as some of these are, some don't get painted very well, and then others get painted very, very well. And Aquaman seems to be one that is not suffering in the paint department. So when he's on the board, he's actually standing sideways. So there is the Rook piece here. So for the Batman board, he is replacing Batwoman. I am not a big Batwoman fan. So when I was picking, okay, which pieces do I want, and once I saw Aquaman was a Rook, I was like, great, it'll be awesome to have Aquaman on the board. And I'm just not a fan of Batwoman. So any Batwoman fans out there, I'm sorry, but just not a fan. I can't tell you why. It was just I have no idea. So there's the Aquaman. Product number on the back, Aquaman BFR1357. There you go, as I cannot talk. These are very, very cool pieces, and my board is going to be at least unique to me. I'm sure somebody else is probably doing this as well, but to be able to have my own version of a DC chessboard is going to be really, really cool. And it's kind of cool to see other Justice League members kind of blending in with the Bat family that I have. Again, these books are... I love these books. I'm still behind in a lot of the comics that I'm reading, and even these as well. But again, this is very New 52 heavy. So, just done really well by Jeff Johns, and Ivan Rice was doing the first initial drawings and pencils in the Aquaman series. And just added a lot of depth to the Aquaman character that really wasn't there before. So I'm kind of curious what the new writing team is going to be bringing to the Aquaman character. And again, this book is filled with a lot of New 52 references. There is a mention of Flashpoint, which I'm kind of surprised they didn't mention the Flashpoint Wonder Woman in Wonder Woman's book, but you get a little bit of it here as Aquaman and Wonder Woman were at war with each other in the Flashpoint series. So the Throne of Atlantis, which I believe is going to be the next DC Justice League animated movie. So for those people who are wondering why Shazam replaced Aquaman in the movie, it was just a decision that they made to add Aquaman in later. So which I think will be pretty cool if handled correctly. So let's take the read up on Aquaman, if I can get this in frame here for you guys. There we go. Aquaman is a white Rook in your Justice League chess bat set. Like the Rook in chess, he is very powerful when brought into the heart of any battle. Aquaman can have a devastating effect on the outcome. He is strong and relentless in his commitment to fighting for justice on land and at sea. He is a true hero. And I will agree with that full-heartedly now, having read the New 52 Aquaman series. And who would have thought that I would have been picking up 28 issues of an Aquaman comic book series. Black Mana would be piece number 49 in the set as a black pawn, and I will be picking up Black Mana for the villain side of the chessboard, which is kind of fitting that I have Aquaman. You got to have Black Mana, so that'll be one that I'm picking up. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go downstairs and we're going to place Aquaman on the Justice League, or the Bat League chessboard, and place him on the board. We'll be right back in just a moment. Alright, here we are back down in my computer room again, and of course we're going to be placing Aquaman on the board. This is going to be really cool. And deciding what side of the board I'm going to put him on. I think I'm going to throw him over here by Red Robin. And there he is. There is Aquaman on the board. Let's move the camera over just a little bit. Now we're starting to get a little wider. And this is starting to look really cool. I know I've kind of said that each time. But the other members that I'm going to be adding here are basically all going to be probably Justice League members. I have Batgirl that I do eventually want to get. She'll be the other knight over here. Eventually, I think I'll probably replace Batwing here, and probably even the Question at some point. So we're almost done, at least with the hero side. I probably won't replace anybody until I fill up the missing slots that I have on the board. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 slots left on the good side, and the villain side needs a little bit more attention. But like the next video, we finally get another video, or a villain video, a villain video. So we'll wrap it up right here. Today we'll be taking a look at the Aquaman Eaglemoss DC chess collection piece. And as always, this is Rob for Rob's Rogues signing off, saying we will see you guys next time.